What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and that right there is Wrestling for Fans. He's awfully quiet today. And
he doesn't feel that good.
Today is the day. Let me just put this up here like so. And today is the day. And I warned you all, I gave you all fair warning with a 58-second video last night.
I watched that, by the way.
That me and this guy that doesn't feel that good are going to talk about a very dark time in professional wrestling.
We actually may touch on more than one subject before we're done.
Okay.
But
I'll let you start.
I'm gonna let you start because you said you had a lot to say, so I want to see what.
June 17th, 1988. That was when Jose Gonzalez stabbed Brody in the shower. Now, why? Now, I do have to say this. Jose, I am not your judge. I am not your jury. I am not your executioner. But you do not belong in the wrestling business. You deserve to be locked in a cell like an animal and locked away. But you know, I really don't. I don't really care. If you lost your kid the week prior, that may sound cold-hearted, but that still does not give you a reason to kill a man. And how you're still walking around a free man is nothing short of a miracle, but I think it
was a Puerto Rican cover-up. Let's just cut spades to spades.
Yeah.
I mean, the summon that Zed, aka Dutch, received was 14 days late. Tony Axel never got one.
Mm-hmm.
So the second that Zed got that 14-day late summon, he knew what the verdict was. He didn't have to. They basically gave him a slap on the wrist, say don't do it again.
But that still does not give him the right to wrestle.
It doesn't, which is why you will never see him in the United States.
Because I'm pretty sure that if he showed up in the United States, Tony Atlas would be looking for him.
Well, not only that, he was acquitted in Puerto Rico.
What about the double jeopardy?
I don't know if that would apply cross borders. I don't know how that law works.
But Brody was an American citizen.
That's why I'm saying, if they really wanted to open up a case, could they? I know there is a double jeopardy rule in place, but being that he was an American citizen, if the FBI would consider that not being served properly, could they book it if he ever came to the States? To my knowledge, he has not been in the U.S. since.
You mentioned something yesterday while we were talking, and you said that you were very surprised that Gorilla Monsoon had a percentage of the
WWC.
Yeah.
You know, with that dark of a history shortly after they started that company, how have they survived? I mean, I know back in that time frame, internet wasn't as big as it is now. if that would have happened,
If that would have happened today, everyone would know about it.
even 10 years ago, if that would have happened, I don't think the company would have been able to withstand that onslaught if they was just starting. I think the only reason they are still going and are as big as they are is because it didn't happen. Because, I mean, as long as them people are running that company, as long as they still own that company, there's always going to be that black cloud.
Yeah.
Eventually, it will probably be sold to someone else, and then maybe they can try to repair some of this damage.
And I also think that Tony Atlas sounded very credible in what he said.
Uh-huh.
Now, I may not agree with the language that he used.
Oh, we both can agree on that, but how many wrestling podcasts do we hear that we have to just block out the bad?
Yeah.
I mean, Off the Script is one of the best podcasts out there, and yes, I will give him the credit. JD, he's one of the commentators for House of Glory,
Mm-hmm.
and I expect him to do great things. I could even see him being Jim Ross's eventually replacement if he goes that route of AEW. I mean, he's been one of those strongest supporters since day one.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that he's been criticizing everyone that's calling AEW just a t-shirt company. I don't agree with the just a t-shirt company, even from day one. But especially now, they got a ton of broadcasts on TNT. We don't know the date, but the rumor is either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
The more possible date would be Wednesday, just because they're on seasonal sports. Tuesday is a time that basketball is played a lot, so just something to think about. I mean, they trademarked Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamite, was it?
Yeah, Dynamite.
So they could always take the Tuesday part off and add Wednesday, which they probably have to re-trademark it, but.
I also think that you have to be a very sick individual to stab somebody not once but twice.
Here's the thing. Puerto Ricans at that time thought it was all part of the show, which is probably why it took.
That's why the cops didn't believe Tony.
Yes, and that's why it probably took 45 minutes for the paramedics to get there. Here's the thing. Once they got to the hospital with him, it still took the doctors forever. I think Atlas had to pick up the doctor.
And that's when Atlas just hoisted one over his shoulder.
And took him to show him. And we will never know what I'm about to say one way or the other. But there was a possibility, and I'm just going to say a possibility, that he would have survived if he would have got the treatment sooner. Do I know that for sure? No, I'm not God.
Yeah.
I'm not. Neither one of us is, for that matter.
No.
There's only one man, one entity that knows for sure. It could have just been his time, and that's the way God decided to take him home. We don't know that. But I am saying there is a very big possibility that he could have.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get off this dark subject. We need to move on.
I just want to say one more thing on the subject.
Okay.
Jose, you may be a free man, and you may not receive judgment tomorrow, but your time will come.
Whether it's on this off or where it's at, you will still have to face the Piper. And I'm not saying he won't make it to heaven, because I don't know. If he fully accepts responsibility and fully repents and asks for forgiveness, then he can still make it. It's not a unforgivable sin.
I just feel sorry for his son and widow.
His son was,
and even his son did say it was nice to see some legal justice.
His son was what at the time?
A
A baby, wasn't he?
Well,
no, he was about 5, I think.
he did. He did tell Abdullah that you don't know me, but I'm Bruiser's son.
Yeah, he was very, very small.
So what else do you want to talk about? Because I'm tired of talking about this.
Yeah, let's go with the bombshell of an announcement that was made. I want to say it was Wednesday.
About AEW going to town?
Yeah. Okay, the announcement that was made this week. How's that?
Okay.
I think it was Tuesday. I think it was on my birthday, honestly.
Okay.
But we have not had any wrestling company that hit the top 25 of networks since WCW left. Tunnel. Well, not really left, but
Yeah.
you get the idea. Now that we have a major player, does this change the WWE bookings as we get closer?
I hope they do, because WWE right now, WWE, it's like I was telling you, they have so much talent.
They do.
And the Ascension should be at least a 4-time to 5-time tag team
You
champions
can't
by
really
now.
use them on the main roster. Put them back on the NXT. Let them continue to dominate now. At this point, I mean, and then they wonder why so many people want out of their contract. The Revival contract ends in March.
And a lot of people are thinking that's the reason why the Revival are being put in these stupid segments. I mean, last week it was like, what, Uzi Hot or something like that? Or
I don't know. I haven't watched last week yet.
So, Vince, you're not numero uno anymore.
So, we are a week away from the first official AEW show.
All In was not official?
It was before they launched the name AEW.
But that was technically their first show.
Technically, it was before Tony Khan got involved, though.
Okay.
And so everyone's saying All In was not AEW. Eventually, Tony Khan may try to buy it from Cody to... You can talk while I'm doing this.
So,
Okay. Nothing important.
I do think that if Vince does not step down, and Vince probably will have to step down, because from what I understand is that Triple H is very frustrated with his father-in-law. And I think Triple H wants to run WWE.
He does. He does.
But I don't think that Vince wants to give up the reins.
Not yet. What major storyline could they bring back to get the ratings back up?
Yeah, the ratings have been sucking, haven't they?
Yeah. And that's why people are
Something like... Okay, 2010 is when the Nexus showed up. Do something like that.
Yeah. Well, we have the Undisputed Era that has 4 members. Add a few to it. Build it on NXT for a while.
Sanity's not even a thing anymore.
Well, no. One of them's now on TNA. Eric hasn't done nothing since he was drafted to Raw. Nikki Cross, don't know if she's psycho or calm.
Yeah, we don't. Where did Killian Dane end up?
Who? Are you talking about the War Riders, aka War Experience, or whatever it's called now?
War Raiders. That's what.
I believe
They're on Raw.
Yeah.
Now I do want to kind of shift gears because I'm pretty intrigued by something.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt.
Oh boy.
Yowie wowie, and then And then he kind of looked like a grown version of, like, I don't know if you've ever seen Beetlejuice. It was an old like dark comedy.
Uh-huh.
I am very intrigued.
I actually like this storyline. If they continue to capitalize on it, I could see that being like his twisted sister Abigail persona. What I would like to eventually happen is this form some sort of psycho faction that debuts out of this. Have them all in the mass of some sort, and so you don't know who they are. Kind of like the Aces and H was when they first started. Then eventually, of course, they would get all unmasked. Of course, we know who the leader is.
Do you think that Bray Wyatt could pull off a babyface and a heel at the same time?
That's an interesting concept. That would be kind of like the Black Lane, Dustin Rhodes persona. And maybe Bray has like a split personality. Do I see it happening? No, but it would be kind of cool.
Okay. Pick a subject.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. Okay. What?
Yeah.
He's talking to his wife.
Tonight? Alright, we'll just keep... Thunder or the other T? Okay, just keep an eye on things, okay? Alright, we will see. So, alright, just keep an eye on things. Alright, that's fine.
This is awkward.
Alright, well, we will, I will talk to you later then. Just so you know, if you wind up watching Chris's YouTube channel when he uploads, you're live on camera.
Mary can be a chatterbox.
Huh? Because I'm on the phone while we're filming. Oh well. Alright, I will talk to you. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, now that awkward situation is out of the way.
You could have kept going. I told you to keep going. So.
What? Okay. Main event. What do you think is going to main event Double or Nothing?
Oh. It would either be Jericho, Omega, Pac, or Adam Cole, or is it Adam Page that's
Hangman Page?
Hangman, which one is
Hangman Page is there.
So it's Page. So Adam Page, I get that one and the one that in WWE NXT mixed up.
Yep.
So it will either be Pac or him, Omega and Doofus, Cody or Dustin, which I don't see that one happening. I'm just throwing that out there because it has the best storyline going in, honestly. Or the tag team titles.
You can't see the best storyline of the show be in the main event.
Just because of the simple fact that Cody is the main guy in charge here. I don't think Cody will put himself as a main event, at least on the first show, because he's going to think that the fans are going to go, oh boy, here we go again, another McMahon.
Do you think that we could possibly see... It's the Bucks versus Phoenix and Pentagon, right?
Yes. I could see that as a main event.
But
and it's for a belt. There's no other belt as of right now.
But tag teams have rarely, if ever, main evented a wrestling show.
But the Bucks has already said that they are going to be making tag team mean something. What better way to do it than on your very first 8? And if you think about what main evented All In was a tag match.
Yeah, 6-man, right?
It was still a tag that had Ray in it. So, that much. So, let's do a prediction of what we know.
Okay.
The Casino Battle Royal, I'm not even going to guess. We don't even know who's all in it. But I am intrigued on how this match is coming about.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that we're going to go with 5, 5, 5, 5 every 3 minutes till the final 21 guy come in. Which the guy that gets the number 21 spot would be basically the lucky card, wild card spot.
Mm-hmm.
You want the Joker for that spot. I do know that much. That much has been revealed. You basically going to be drawing cards, is what they said. So I'm kind of intrigued about that match, but I'm not even going to hazard a guess. And that could be the mystery man that wind up winning that. There's supposed to be a few mystery people. So let's go to Adam Page and Pac. Outcome.
I'm going to have to say Pac because I don't know anything about Page.
I'm going to go with Page just because of the simple fact that he's signed a exclusive contract with AEW. And I don't know anything about Pac. I'd like to see Pac win it. I just don't know. Jericho Omega. Omega won round 1. I think round 2 goes to Jericho so they can later do
I think it's going to be 50-50 booking than a grudge match.
Yeah, that way we can have
That's basically how feuds are booked.
That way we can have a level match. So, we both agree upon that one. Dustin Cody.
Now, refresh my memory. Cody's the heel.
Apparently, yeah.
And Dustin's the babyface.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Cody simply because when they were in WWE, it seemed like Goldust always got the upper hand.
I think Dustin wins just so they can rebook another match. If this is a one-off, Cody wins, and then they will hug at the end.
Okay.
If this feud they want to keep going until maybe live TV shows, then Dustin wins so they can continue at least a couple more months in.
Mm-hmm.
And then before they go live, then they will embrace and blah blah blah. Okay. I think the only thing else we know about for sure is, I mean, there's a 3-way women, but I don't know who they are.
I don't know. Isn't Daniels, Kazarian, and
OVD versus SoCal Uncensored.
I'm gonna have to give it to the guys from across the sea.
Yeah, that'd be a long ways to travel just to get an L. But I think that's going to be one of the best matches on the night. And let's go to the tag titles. Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers.
Are we talking AAA here?
The Triple H tag team titles.
I'm gonna say Phoenix and Pentagon.
Wins them back.
Yeah.
I can see it going either way, but I could definitely see them winning it. What will be the surprise of the night? And just know that Goldberg's out because he's booked for the 7th of June. That was what I was expecting.
I would have to say Punk.
So he's going to show up before the live TV taping.
I imagine so.
And if that happens, then we're going to have to find some other thing to do a Lex Luger moment.
Either that, or he shows up like he did on that indie show where
Unless they just do like a sneak he's coming video. And you can't really make out who it is. And they do teasers on every pay-per-view leading to the actual show. And then maybe even the last pay-per-view before the live. Because it sounds like they're going to be live. Then reveal who it is. That way it would give them a lot more people going to tune in just for that. And that honestly would be the smaller move.
Could you see Awesome Kong going to AEW?
Oh God, I hope. That would be awesome. They would have to give her the belt though.
Well, that's what TNA did, right? They gave her the belt as soon as she debuted. Technically.
She was the second champion. But it didn't take her long to get it after Gail won the initial.
Okay. Let's talk Saudi.
Oh boy.
You're a very, very happy but yet worried man about Goldberg, Taker.
Well, we know this is a one-off for Bill. We also know that him and Taker, off camera, are pretty close friends. If Vince has his way, he will probably try to bury Bill. Unless there was something in the negotiation that doesn't allow it.
If he was going to bury Bill, he would have already done it. In my mind.
I don't know. Because remember when he came for the Survivor Series match, they were trying to keep him happy, and then it wound up being a 4 or 5 month deal.
Well, technically, Vince already buried Bill during his first run with the company.
Which why it took 12 years to get him back. This time it only took 2. So, do they do a clean finish? Or does it end in a no contest? To try to set up a return.
I say, because it's babyface versus babyface. And we know Vince does not like babyface versus babyface matches.
Not really.
I mean, there was Austin Rock at Mania 17.
But one of them turned at the end.
I could see Taker being a heel.
By the end of it?
Yeah.
Or, remember Taker was setting up a match with Elias.
Yeah.
I could see Elias jumping in and causing a DQ. And if someone joins Elias, maybe McIntyre, and then it might set up for when they return to Sabia and for the Crown Jewels event in November.
And there is no Greatest Royal Rumble this year. It's only a Battle Royal.
But it's still 50 out. I don't know if that's a smart, though. You're going to have 50 guys in one ring at the same time.
Hopefully they reinforce the ring, otherwise it'd probably collapse.
I mean, WCW did 60, but there were 3 rings, 20 in each. They just about need to bring back the World War III gimmick and add 10 more men.
So, I haven't been keeping up with the Crown Jewel match card, but I do know that there is Miz versus Shane in a steel cage.
Is that at Crown Jewels or is that at Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank, sorry. But since...
Which is smaller?
Since we are almost to Money in the Bank, I think it's this weekend.
It's tomorrow.
Who do you see winning that match?
The Money in the Bank match or the cage match?
Cage.
Miz, he gets his win back.
I I will say Miz. So, let's talk about the Money in the Bank match.
Okay.
I forget who's all in it.
I know they took Strowman out and replaced him with...
It's Ollie, Ricochet, Zayn, Corbin,
Orton, isn't he?
Yeah, Orton, and Philly. I cannot remember I think there's 6 in this one, but I can't remember the last one. You look it up.
Let me see if it pops up.
So, and we do know that Becky is not going to be a double champion after this night.
I would not be shocked if she doesn't get both of them taken from her. They said Vince is not happy with her right now.
I haven't heard that. It's popped up yet?
Give me a minute. Okay, here's a list of what we got going. Cruiserweight title, Tony Nese, The Volley, Kickoff Show.
I say Tony. I say Nese because he practically just won it.
Daniel Bryan and Rollins versus the Usos, Kickoff Show.
What are the Usos doing on the Kickoff Show?
Joe Mysterio U.S. title. Reigns versus Ellie. Miz and Shane, Steel Cage. Okay, here is the women's Money in the Bank would be Bliss, which she's been replaced by Cross. Bayley, Natalya, Naomi, Carmella, Brooks, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon.
That's a solid lineup.
It is.
I'm
gonna go with Ember.
I'm gonna go with Nikki.
As a wild card, maybe?
Yeah. We do know she's insane.